here, Trisha Meyer from Sunshine Rewards to talk to you today about space bags. Now, if you're like me, you have been seeing these commercials all over the place. Everyone's talking about space bags. Even Kelly Ripa was talking about space bags a couple of weeks ago. Everyone has been raving about them, but do they really work? Well, here I have my suitcase that I always take on all of my trips, big trips with me. And as you can see, it's pretty much filled to the brim. And what happens when I still need to put in all of my curlers and shoes and hair dryer and other things that I want to take with me? Too much room for clothes, not enough room to get everything else in here. Do I want to take a second bag and pay the airline the fee for it? Absolutely no way. So I'm going to try out these space bags. They have a travel size bag. I have a couple of the medium sized bags, and I don't think I'll be using them for this particular exercise, but there are the large size bags as well. So I won't bore you with the details of watching me do all of them, but just so that you can see what it does look like. You take the space bag, and it is kind of like a big Ziploc, but the difference is that it has this valve on it where you can get the air out, and it's bigger than most Ziplocs I've ever seen. So what I'm going to do right now, because this is kind of a quick job, is I'm putting in t-shirts. So these are t-shirts. I don't want them to get wrinkled, but at the same time, I don't have to be completely careful about how they go in. Now, if I were packing for my family, one of the great things about the space bags is that I would be able to pack different family members into different bags. So I would be able to have my bag of all of my t-shirts, my husband's bag with all of his t-shirts. My kids, I could actually fit their whole outfits into these bags. In fact, judging by how much I'm getting just in this medium-sized bag, I would venture to say I could probably get my girls' clothes for almost a whole week into just one of these bags. So there's a place where it tells me that I need to stop loading my bag. I zip it across twice. Why? Well, according to the package, it says that it's going to make it waterproof as well. So here's where this is different than a regular Ziploc. You pop out the valve, and normally, if you were using this for, say, storing summer clothes during the winter, winter clothes during the summer, maybe you want to store your linens. If you have a motorhome, a camper, maybe you need a little bit of extra storage space, so you would want to use a bigger one. You can actually vacuum seal these, and you're going to get a lot more air out. Obviously, if I were to sit here all day and push, I'd get even more out, or if I wanted to use a vacuum. But I want to simulate this traveling, and you wouldn't have a vacuum necessarily when you got to your destination, so I don't want to do anything that I wouldn't be able to do once I'm there. All right. Pop the valve back in. Pop the top back on. Bag one done, and I'll be back in just a minute after I've done the rest of them. And we have completed getting all of the air out of our space bags. Each one of them has been sealed, and as you can see, in the same amount of space we had that we had used before, now I'm putting in my whole thing of curlers on the side. I'm putting down my very large hair dryer along that side, my makeup bag, some shoes, and my travel scale to make sure that I don't go over when I come home with lots of souvenirs. All of that, and it's still smaller than what it was before. So I have to say that space bags do in fact pass the test. I would use them for travel, I would use them for storage, and if you want to use them, come to sunshinerewards.com/AsSeenOnTV and find out the best places to get deals on your space bags.